Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Chair.
Good morning, teacher.
Morning, sir.
Shall we start now? Hi, Rajari. It's raining here. How about in your area?
Yes, it's also raining.
Actually, it's not explosion. Just a thunderstorm. Tell me afraid. Okay, so shall we start? And I think I saw a new student here. Am I right? Han Susan, right?
Yes, sure.
You are a new student, right?
Yes.
So you just joined this week, right?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You just
But
joined this week, right?
I don't hear you.
You just joined this week, right? So you missed the
Yeah.
previous lesson that we taught last week, right? So
Yeah.
you can check in the videos, okay? So if you don't understand something, you can ask me anytime, okay?
Teacher.
Okay, so it was that. And last week we have finished up to 7, right?
Yes.
So we'll continue the Math 8 today. So do you remember what we are talking about last week? What are you talking about? Huh? What were we talking about last week? Because we have to continue. That is why I just trying to call your memory.
About the email.
Yes, email etiquette, right? So we're talking about email etiquette last week. So this week we will talk about mobile etiquette. So last week we are talking about the rules, the do's and don'ts if we want to use emails, right? So this time we will discuss about mobile etiquette. It means that the rules and do's and don'ts if you want to use phone, mobile phone or smartphone, right? So what English you are going to write a guide to mobile phone etiquette and discuss your idea and make notes. So you have to make notes just like this. So you have outlines like when and where it is not okay to use a mobile phone. For example, like during a meal. So when we are having a meal with your family or with your friends, don't you use your phone like that. Or at the cinema, so you have to turn off your mobile phone if you are in cinema or when you're in cinema. Or in public transport, for example, like subway or on a bus, we should silent or something like that, right? So because it can disturb other people. And the second point is responding to text and voice message. So how can we respond to text or how can we respond when we want to send a voice message to someone? And the third one is using a silent mode. It means that when do we have to use silent mode? And leaving a message. So which rules do we have to follow when we want to leave a message to someone? So you have to think about these threads, okay? Okay, so you have to think about the ideas and after that we will discuss. Okay, so I'll give you like 3 minutes to collect your ideas in your head, okay? And you have to note down and after that we will discuss, okay? So while waiting then we will do this one, okay? You can look this as an example.
ခုနကတော့ကျွန်တော် line ကြပြောတာမီးပြက်ပြီးထွက်သွားတော့ချက်ဘာလုပ်အောင်မလဲချက်
We are doing number 8 right now.
အော်
You have to think of the mobile etiquette based on these facts after that we were discussed together.
thank you
Okay?
okay ချက် thank you
Okay. So have you got the ideas? Can you think of the ideas?
Yes.
So shall we discuss now? Shall we discuss now? Okay. So the first thing is when and where it is not okay to use a mobile phone. So how do you think? For example, during a meal in a cinema or public transport. So except from this situation and these places.
At the cinema.
Hmm?
At the cinema. Cinema.
I can't hear you clearly. Someone will do something, right? Can you tell me again?
Can you hear me, teacher?
Yes, I can hear you now.
At the cinema.
Okay, at the cinema. Yes, at the cinema. And is there any else?
At an important meeting or something.
Yes, Nika, you're saying something, and I can hear you clearly. So can you repeat, or you can type here?
I'll just say like at the important meeting.
Yes, in a meeting, at an important meeting, right? Yes, at the meeting, at the cinema, and is there any other places that we
When
can
you are in class.
mobile phone?
In
Huh?
the online class.
Online classes, yes. And
and family dinner
I said in class. When we are in class.
Okay, class.
family
Face-to-face.
dinner
And first you say something.
family dinner.
At a family dinner. Okay, at a family dinner. Are you sure? At a family dinner, and you are not using your mobile phone.
Yes, I
To be
think.
honest, we all are using your mobile phone at a family dinner. Am I right?
Yeah.
Playing games or something, right? Or using Facebook. So don't
That's
do
kind
that.
of-
Okay.
That's kind of rude.
Okay. So is there any places or any situations that we shouldn't use your phone?
Before
You
sleeping.
should use your phone.
Yes. Guy, and you say something?
Yeah, before sleeping, you shouldn't use your phone.
Ada,
I mean, before sleeping at night.
before sleeping at night. Am I right?
Yes.
Before sleeping at night. Yes. Yes. And Aga, you say something, right?
You should use your phone only in your free time.
Oh, I can't hear you clearly. So can you type here, Aga? Can you type?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, it's quite and heavy rain here. That is why I can't hear you guys. So how about the others? If you have different ideas, you can type in the chat here too. Is there any more situation? Is there any places that we shouldn't use our cell phone? Only in your, yes, we should use only in your free time, okay? Yes. And is there any more idea that you want to suggest? In church, okay.
When someone is talking to you,
When someone is talking to
you.
and is there any more situation or is there any more places that we shouldn't use our phone?
Or place.
Funeral.
Percy, can you type? Duncan, and Percy, can you type? When talking with a guest. Okay, Tony can tell when talking with a guest. And at a funeral. Okay, at a funeral. Yes, we have to stay silent, right? Yes. And Duncan, are you saying something, right? So you can type here too. At what place? Yes, we can use, right? At what place? At funeral or when talking with a guest. Yes. So is there any more suggestions that you want to put? Okay, so shall we move to the second point? In the bottom. In the bottom, we can use, okay. When playing with friends. Okay, playing with friends. Okay, when you're with your friends, you shouldn't use your phone, right? Yes, you can have fun with them. Yes. And is there any more suggestions for wedding, at a wedding? Okay. We can use our cell phone. Okay, except taking pictures, right? Except taking
Yes.
photos. Okay. And is there any more suggestion for number one? For the first point. Okay, so we'll move to the second point. Responding to text and voice messages. So instead of saying to me, you can type here, okay? So everyone can see, okay? So for the second point, we'll discuss the second one, responding to text and voice message. So which rules do we have to follow when you want to respond to a text or you want to leave a voice message? So if you have ideas, you can type in the chat. You shouldn't shout. Okay, you shouldn't shout. Yes, when you're sending voice messages. Yes, it's kind of rude, right? Yes. And is there any more suggestions? Okay. You shouldn't ignore the message. Yes, we shouldn't ignore the message, except from Origin or MTT or Telenor, right? We can't ignore them. Yes. So don't ignore the messages. Yes. And is there any more suggestions that you want to put? Any more suggestions? But we all, we should have, but we all do, okay. Don't do that, okay. And someone just said something. We should respond to chat when they are talking about something important. Yes, so we should respond that immediately, right? Or as soon as possible, right? If they are talking about or they are asking suggestion about something that is very important, right? So we should respond that as soon as possible, right? Yes, that is very important. And is there any more suggestions? Is there any more? Any more suggestions for the second point? Nope. No more? Okay, so we'll move to the third point. So using the sign, okay, Bussy said something, we should respond our message quickly, right? Quickly as you can, especially our parents. Actually, they never pass a message to us, right? Instead, they always call us, right? Okay, what about we should, yes, respond to them as soon as possible or as quickly as possible, right? Or you will be in a big trouble, right? When you arrive home. Am I right? Okay, you're in a very huge trouble, right? Okay, so we will move to the third point, using the silent mode. So when do we have to use silent mode? How do you think?
When we go to the computer.
Yes? Can you guys type here? Okay, the Raymond Hai said we should use silent mode one in an important meeting. Yes. A coder, yes. It can disturb other people, yes. In the exam, yes. At a cinema, yes. While we are sleeping. Seriously? What if somebody needs us while you are sleeping? Okay, whatever, while we are sleeping. And is there any more suggestions? In public places, yes, in public places. Or family gathering, okay, family gathering. Or in a meeting, yes. And how about in a classroom? Whether it is the actual classroom or the online classroom, right? We should make silent move. Yes, classes. And your parents, when your parents are beside you. Okay, Ray, is there any reason that we should use silent mode beside your parents?
Because like when we type send message, it sounds like like my mom and voice talking.
Okay, so it can disturb them, right? Yeah, okay, then we should use silent mode besides our parents, okay. And is there any more suggestions for the third point? During someone's presentation, yes, great, this one. During someone's presentation, yes, when someone is presenting, we should use silent mode, right? Yes, so is there any more suggestions? Any more? Nope. Nope. Okay, Agatha, you will notice task message and important message if you're using the silent mode, but you can use silent mode at public so that not to disturb them. Okay, at a public place, right? We should use silent mode. Okay. Okay. Okay, so shall we move to the next point? Leaving message. So which rules do we have to follow if you want to leave a message? The rules that we have to follow when you want to leave a message. So is there any suggestion for this one? Everyone. Everyone? If you want to leave a message to someone, which rules do we need to follow? You should say goodbye or something. Okay, you should say goodbye or something. And leaving a message. Is there any more suggestion?
No.
Yes? Or yes, one, you can make a phone call. So someone is calling you, right? But you can't pick up their phone because you're in an important situation or in a meeting. So at that time, you have to leave a message, right? Yes. So one, we can't make a phone call. We have to leave a message. And one, if we go outside, we should leave a message to our family or friends. Okay. Yes. So is there any more suggestion for leaving a message? No?
Only.
Okay. You should leave your message as clear as, yes, we should make our message clear so everyone can understand. Yes, don't make it complicated. Great one. And at the interview, you are saying something, so you can type here to me. On read. What does that mean to me on read? Anytime, can you explain more about your opinion?
Okay. I mean, when I'm reading, I shall leave it a message.
Yes, so can you type here to me? Can you type? So is there any suggestion that you want to add? No more? Okay, anytime are you typing now? Okay, when we are reading, we should leave a message. When we are reading, you should end the message politely. Yes, we should end a message politely. Yes. When we are reading, we should leave a message. Okay. Okay, and is there any more suggestions? Okay, then we'll so this finish, right? Okay, so these are the rules or these are the etiquette you make for using mobile phone or smartphone, right? Okay, so thank you everyone for your opinion. Now write the guide using your notes. So you can write notes about mobile etiquette by yourself, collecting these ideas. So you have got the ideas for mobile etiquette and email etiquette, right? So is there anything that you want to ask me about mobile etiquette and email etiquette? Is there any question?
No, teacher.
No, okay. Everyone, is there any question?
No, Jen.
No, okay. So we'll move to the next page. It's question 10. It's on page number 20. Fiction. So do you interested in reading fiction or novels? Are you interested in that?
Yes.
Yes.
So what kind of fiction do you read? What kind of fiction do you like to read?
Horror
Horror, okay, horror.
and vampires.
Vampires, about the vampires, like fantasy,
Yes.
right? Fantasy or horror. And how about you guys? What kind of fiction do you like to read?
Crime. Crime.
Crime, okay, crime and detective. Investigations, right? Yes. And how about you guys?
Search engine.
Set and so it's kind of like romance, right? Romance.
Yes.
Okay, romance fiction.
Romance.
How about the others? What kind of fiction do you like to read?
Crime and detective. Those
Crime and detective too. Okay, crime and detective, horror, romance.
Thriller.
Huh?
Thriller.
Thriller. Okay, thriller. How about comedy?
Teen horror.
Huh?
Teen horror.
Horror too.
And action. Some action movie.
Actions. Okay, actions. Okay, so you guys like reading, right?
And some comedy movie too.
Comedy. Okay. Okay, that is great. You guys are interested in reading. Okay, so we'll discuss this one. So Isabella Allende is from Chile, and her book Cities of Beasts. So the name of the book is Cities of the Beast. It's the first in a 3-part series of young adults. So that is the name of the book here. So have you read about this? That is the author name, and
No.
that is no. You should try that one. So that is the name of the book, and that is the book, the cover of the book, City of the Beast. And the writer is like Isabel Allende, right? So we'll discuss about this fiction. So look at the book, cover of the book on page 221. What sort of book do you think it is? And what do you think it is about? So what kind of book? What sort of book is that?
Fantasy.
Just by looking at this,
Fantasy.
the cover.
Fantasy.
Fantasy. Okay, fantasy. It can be fantasy and just by looking at the cover, we have to guess what kind of fiction is that.
Adventure.
Adventure. Yes, it can be adventure. And is there any more suggestions? It can be fantasy. It can be adventure. And is there any more suggestion?
Horror.
Mystery.
Horror. Okay, it can also be horror and
Mystery.
huh?
Mystery.
Mystery. Okay, it can also be a mystery. Because just by looking at the book, we can see only the rivers or something, right? And there is a sky or something which is full with fog or snow, which we don't know, right? And we can also see the birds here, the bats, right? And some of the characters' faces. Okay, so we'll discuss more. So what do you think about it is? So what would it be? Just by looking at the cover, what it is about? Can you guess? Just by
It's
looking at the
about-
cover.
Beats.
Hmm?
It's about beats.
It is about the beast. Okay, it can be about the beast. It can be about the wild animals, right? It can be about the beast. Okay, so number 2 is read the summary of the story so far. So there is a summary so far and the extract from chapter 1. So this paragraph is about the extract from chapter 1. So it's taken from chapter 1. And how does Alex feel? So there is the name of the character. So after you have to read this one first. So the story so far and the extras of the chapter 1. So you have to read these two, and after that you have to tell me that how does the character named Alex feel? Okay, so read this and answer this question for me.
I don't know. I don't have notebook.
Huh?
I do have coursework.
Oh, you don't have the book. Okay, so I will screen share for you. Okay, so you can read here.
Yes.
Have you finished? Okay, so who will answer this question? How does Alice feel? So how does he feel?
Feel upset and angry.
Hmm?
Upset and angry.
Upset,
Furious.
upset and angry. Right? Have you got the answers? He
Yes.
feels upset and angry, right? So how why does he feel like that?
Because their parent is going to Texas.
Huh?
Their parent is going somewhere, so like that.
Yes. So he has to stay with the grandmother he doesn't like, right? So that is why he's really furious and he's really angry, right? So I think Alice will be the main character according to this extra, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll move to number 3. Number 3 is match the words and the phrase to their definition. So 1 up to 10. So they are the words, and A up to J, they are their definition. So all you have to do is you have to match the words and their definition. For example, ship me off. So ship off means send me somewhere. 1, I don't want to go there. So at that time you can use ship somebody off. So that is a phrasal verb, right? So like that, you have to match the words and their definition. So do that. After that, we will check the answer. Okay.
Okay.
So Han Susan, can you see clearly?
Yes.
Okay. So Han Susan, when will you get the books? Oh,
They saw they will.
so you will get the books, right?
Yes.
Nay Nwe Lwin, are you there? Nay Nwe Lwin, are you there? I think Nay Nwe Lwin is absent today, right? Tell me when you guys finish, okay?
I'm finished.
So have you finished? Everyone?
Yes.
So we will check. So the second one is package. So what is its definition?
Something that is covered in paper and sent in the post.
E, right? So two pair up with E, right? Something that is covered in paper and sent in the post. Correct. So the answer is E. And how about three? Furious.
H. Very
H,
angry.
very angry.
H, right? Very angry. Correct. Fist. How about fist?
Which is tight.
D, a
A hand
hand
which is tightly closed.
Yes, a hand which is tightly closed. So it's like that, right? That's a fist. So D, right? The answer is. How about documentary?
The
A film or
D,
TV
a film or
program that
TV
gives the
program that
fact
gives
about
the
a
facts about a
situation.
situation.
Yes, a film or TV program that gives the facts about a situation. That is documentary. And how about six? Mosquitoes.
It's the suck.
I,
by
insects that suck
Insects that suck
blood,
blood, sometimes
causing malaria.
Yes, insects that suck blood, sometimes causing malaria. Correct. So the answer is on, right? How about caimans?
reptiles that are like small alligators.
Reptiles that are like small alligators. So the answer is J, right?
Yes.
Correct. How about bandits?
People who
A,
People who rob
people who rob
travelers.
travelers.
In other words, we can call them like theft, right? So people who rob travelers, kind of like robber, right? So the answer is A. How about leprosy?
have a very serious disease.
Have a very serious disease which destroys the body.
Yes. A very serious disease which destroys the body. So the answer is F, right? Leprosy. And the last one, piranhas.
G, South African.
South American fish with sharp teeth.
Yes, South American fish with sharp teeth, so it can bite you, right? So the answer is G. So 1 up to 10, have you got all the answers, everyone?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I think some of the words will be new for you, so you have to memorize some of them, okay? So we'll move to number 4. Number 4 is find 5 words the author uses instead of said. So you have to find the words which have the similar meaning with said. For example, like explain. So it has like 4 words, right? So for example, like explain. So you have to find 4 more words in the passage that has a similar meaning with SAID, said. So we'll do number 4, okay? So there is one word, explain. So you have to find 4 more words. Did you find out? So have you finished?
Yes.
Have you finished?
Yes.
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 Okay. So the first one is explain. So how about the second one?
Protested.
Protested.
Hmm?
Protested.
Protested. Yes. And
Another one.
Yelled.
Yelled.
Kill.
which one?
Yelled is there.
Yelled.
What is that?
In the 5th paragraph, yelled.
Yell. Okay, yell. Right here, right? Yell and
Exclaimed.
Exclaim.
Claimed.
Exclaim and
Another that I think is
the last one is
blurt.
blurt out. Yeah,
Blurt.
blurt out. So there are 5 words, right? That has a similar meaning with that here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Explain, protested, yell, exclaim, blurt out. Actually, the meanings are not exactly the same, right? But it has the same sense with that. You say something, right? But there is a little bit difference between these words, right? So have you got all the answers? Is there any question?
No.
No, okay. We'll move to next question. So we have finished number 4, right? So we'll complete number 5. You have to complete the family tree here. So John, Lisa, Alex. So you have to complete 1, 2, 3, 4 person here by looking at this paragraph. So have you finished? Have you finished?
Yes.
I thought you guys are sleeping right now. Okay, so family tree. So there's John and Lisa and their husband and wife and their son is Alex, which is our main character, right? And this friend Welly,
Kate.
Kate, right? Kate is John's mother, right? So that is why Alex said she is from grandmother from his father's side, right? So that is Kate. How about this one?
Carla.
Carla.
Carla, yes. Carla is Lisa's mother and Kate is John's mother and Alex. And how about his 2 sisters?
Andrea and Nicole.
Andrea and Nicole.
They were Andrea and Nicole. Yes, correct. So have you got all the answers?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll do number 6 now. What does this extract tell you about the following characters? So you have to tell about the characters just by looking at the extras again. So you have to tell 3 characters about 3 characters. Alex, what kind of person is he? And Alex's father, what kind of person is he? And how about his personality? And how about Kate? What is her personality and what kind of person she is? But you have to think about their character just by looking at the excerpt again, okay? And after that, we'll discuss together. So find out the answers by reading this again. Alex, Alex's father, and Kate. Can you think of their characters? Can you? Can someone answer my question? Have you got the answers? What I mean is, have you got the answers?
Not
Can
yet.
you think of the characters
Not-
by looking
not
at the
yet.
picture?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay. We can know their personality and their character according to their conversations. I just want to check the ones who turn off their camera. So Akka, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Sophia, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Sensu AZ, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. And okay. Cindy, are you there? Cindy, are you there? Cindy, can you hear me? Alice, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Alex, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Han Susan, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Hey Yang, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now me, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Toby, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Turing, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. You are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Gangkan, are you there?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
I thought you were just one looking at the profile picture. Gangkan, okay. Is that your idol?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so have you finished? Have you finished?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So what can we find out about Alice's character after reading this? So what kind of person is he?
And
What-
I think he has anger issues.
Huh?
He has anger issue, I guess.
He is.
Anger issue.
What did you guys say?
I think they said he has anger issues.
He has anger issue. Okay. So he has anger issue. Okay, and
He's kind of impatient.
he is kind of impatient. Okay, he is kind of impatient, and he may have anger issue because he can't control his temper. Yes. And
He
how
is
old
also
is he?
He's 15.
He's 15.
Yes, he is a 15-year-old boy who can't control his temper, who has anger issue, and he is kind of impatient. And is there any more character that we can find out?
he is also stubborn.
He has self-esteem. Okay. And Huh?
I mean, he is also stubborn.
stubborn. Okay, stubborn. I heard like self-esteem or something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, he's not stubborn. He has like overconfident or something, right? Because he thinks he is mature enough, right? So he thinks he is mature enough. Actually, he is not that mature. Am I right? And he is only 15, right? And
He doesn't like being controlled.
yes, he doesn't like being controlled. Yes. And is that all? That is all, right? Okay, so if we have to tell again, so Alice is kind of like he is 15-year-old boy who can control his temper, and he is stubborn, right? He's stubborn, and he is kind of like anger issue, and he thinks he is quite mature enough when he is actually not. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So have you got the answers?
Yes.
And there is also one more thing that he doesn't like his grandmother from his father's side, right?
Because his grandmother cannot cook, I guess.
Yes. So we can add this information, right? When telling about his character. And he's also kind of like he is not adventurous. Can we say that? He is not that adventurous because he is kind of like afraid or frightened when he heard that he has to go to Amazon with his grandmother, right? So he's kind of like scareful or he can afraid so easily, right? And he is not quite adventurous. He doesn't like adventurous things, right? Okay. So is there any more fact that you want to add in Alice's character? No? Okay, so we'll move to the second person, who is Alice's father. How about him? How about his character? In this extract, we only can see Alice's character mostly, right? But we also have to tell about his father. So how do you think of his father just by looking at that extract? Can we say he is kind of strict? Right? Because he likes to order things that you have to do this thing, you have to do this thing, right?
Yes.
And we can also say he is quite decisive, right? He cannot change his decision so easily, even when his son is quite rebellious, right? So we can say he is strict and he is also quite decisive, right?
Yeah.
So can easily change his decision. So either that is all about that is all we can tell about his father, right? So is there anything that you want to add about Ella's father's personality or character? No. So how about Kate? Kate is Ella's grandmother from his father's side, right? So how about her character?
She can cook.
Yes, she can cook, right? She's not that feminine, right? So according to Ella's conversation, like at least Carla know how to cook, right? It means that Kate doesn't know how to cook, right? So maybe she is better cooking. So yes, she can cook well. And is there any more
Adventurous.
character? Yeah.
Adventurous.
Yes, she is adventurous, right? Because she will go to Amazon, right? She plans to go to Amazon. That is why we can say she is quite adventurous.
And I think she doesn't get along with the kids.
She doesn't.
Get along with the kids, I guess.
Okay. Yes, we can also say like that. So is there any more information that you want to add about Ella's grandma's character with Kate? Any more? Okay. So have you got all the answers for number 6? And is there any question for number 6?
No question.
No.
Everyone. Okay, so we'll move to number 7. So walk in groups and discuss these questions. So there are 2 questions. Number 1 is Ella said, I'm 15, Dad, and that's plenty old enough for you to at least ask my opinion. So is he right about that? How do you think?
Yes, I think he should tell him before he decide.
Because you guys are 14 or 15, so you can relate with Ella's feeling. Am I right?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yeah, you should ask my opinion like that. Mom, you should ask my opinion. I'm old enough, right? So you can relate to Ella's situation because you are at the same age. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys think he is right, right?
Yes.
Is there anyone who thinks he is wrong?
No.
No one, right? Because you guys are like 14, 15, 16, so you all can relate with Ella's feelings and Ella's situation, right? So you guys will think Alice is right about that. And maybe like 10 years or 20 years later, you can relate with Ella's father again. Am I right? And at the time, you won't think Alice is right about that, right? You will only think Ella's father is right about the you are relating with your personal experience with the character, right? That is why. So that is why you may think Alice is right. Okay, so how about the second question? What do you think is going to happen next in the story? So what will happen? Can you guess? Because we only have chapter 1. That is only not all about chapter 1. It's only the extract from the chapter 1. So then maybe like chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. So what will happen? Can you guess?
Yes, I think he's going to see some kind of creatures in the amazing maybe.
Yes, so he has to go along with his grandmother, right? And he may face with a beast, right? At Amazon. So maybe he may have a good relationship with his grandmother again at the end or something, right? So that is only our guess. That may be right or that may be wrong. So if you want to check it, you can Google this book and you can read if you're interested.
I've Googled it. I've Googled.
Okay. Okay, so we have finished everything in chapter 2, right? About e-communication. So that is all about chapter 2. So is there any question for the whole chapter, like grammar points, vocabularies, about this vision? Is there any question?
No.
Not yet, am I right? So is there any question for the whole chapter?
No.
You don't have any question for now, right? Because I think you don't even look at the previous chapter, am I right? Previous lessons that we learned together. Okay, so if there is no question, we'll do some revision for chapter 2, okay? So there are reviews of chapter unit 1 and unit 2. So I will skip all about unit 1. So we'll do the exercise that concern with unit 2. So we will do number 5. And it's on page number 22. 22, number 5, complete the sentences with so as, so that, to, in order to. So do you still remember about these grammar patterns?
Yes.
Yes, I hope so. Okay, so you have to complete these sentences by using so as, so that, to, and in order to, okay? So for example, we sometimes work in groups so that we can share our ideas. So why do we have to use so that here? Can you explain again?
The second clause start with subject.
Yes, the whole sentence, like a full sentence is followed by. That is why we have to use so that. Yes, correct. So we'll do 2 up to 6. After that, we'll check the answers. Wow, အသစ်တက်တဲ့သမီးရလေသမီးဘယ်လိုလဲမသိဘူးအော် Han Susan သမီးအဲ့ grammar point လေးရှင်းထားတဲ့ video လေးတစ်ချက်ပြန်ကြည့်ပေးနော်တခြားပြီးတော့မှအဲ့မှာမှနားမလည်တာရှိသေးလို့ရှိရင်တခြားအချိန်မီးပြန်လာလို့ရတယ်ပြီနော်ဟုတ် So have you finished?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's that? Number 2, you can use the internet to find out things when you're doing a project. So which ones we have used?
Do in order to.
We can use to in order to, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you can use the internet to or in order to find out things while you are doing a project. Yes, correct. Or you can even use so as, right? So as to find out things. And number 3, take your mobile plan. You can phone me when you're ready to come home.
So that.
So that, yes, so that. 4, you need to study for at least 5 years, then become a doctor.
To in order to.
In order to.
Yes, in order to or to become a doctor, correct. How about 5? Let's do our homework now, then we can watch the match on TV later.
So that.
So
So
that.
that, correct. And the last one, our teachers ask to be quiet, plan not to disturb the students during the exam in the next classroom.
So as.
as.
Yes,
Yes.
as not to, correct. So you have got all the answers for number 5, right? So we'll move to number 6. It is about world, future, passive. So complete the details using the world, future, passive form. So I guess you will remember about future passive form, right? The pattern is, what is the pattern of future passive?
Will be plus for 3.
Will be plus, yes, will be plus about 3. You have to use that pattern. You have to follow that pattern. So for example, students will be taken. So take has been given. So you have to transform that into future passive. So students will be taken to activity center by coach. Sorry. So you have to transform these both in brackets into future passive form. So have you finished? So what is the answer for number 2? Students?
Will be given.
Students will be given.
Yes, students will be given a plan of the day's activity when they arrive. And 3, lunch
Will be provided.
will be provided. Correct.
Will be provided.
Lunch will be provided. 4, students?
Students will be accompanied.
Yes, students will be accompanied, right? Company has to be above 3. So at all time by the teacher. And 5, all the activities
Will be
organized.
be organized by qualified instructors. And 6, students
Won't be allowed.
won't be, yes, won't be allowed. Won't be allowed to use mobile phone during the day. It is not allowed, right? So we have to transform that in negative form. So it won't be allowed. Okay, so the last one, number 7, complete what these people are saying in 2 ways. Use which that, if only, should have, or shouldn't have. So when do we use these phrases? You remember?
Regret.
Yes,
We-
when we want to express our regret about something we have done in the past, right? So, okay, for example, number 1, my friends wanted me to go for a picnic at the weekend, but I didn't go. They had a really great time. So I wish I had gone and I should have gone. So have you finished? So shall we check? So number 2, I feel so tired this morning. So you have to use the prompts like I stay up so late. So how can we rewrite the sentence by using these phrases?
I shouldn't have. Sorry.
I wish
I wish
I
hadn't stayed up so late.
I wish I hadn't stayed up
Stay
so
so
late.
late.
Yes, correct. I wish I shouldn't stay up so late. You can also write like that, right? And how about 3? Oh dear, I can't answer any of the question in this test. So I do more revision. So how about using if only?
If only I had done more revision.
Yes, if only I had done more revisions. Or I should have done more revision, right? So how about number 4? I got into trouble for being late for school. So I get up earlier. So how about using I wish?
I
wish
should
I
get
had got up
I
earlier.
had got up earlier. Or I should
have got up earlier.
I should have got up earlier. Yes. How about 5? It was meant to be a surprise and now everyone knows thanks to you. So you tell everyone. So we are criticizing to other people, right? So you should
Sure.
shouldn't tell, right? You shouldn't have told everybody.
Everybody.
So have you got the answers for number 7?
Yes.
Yes.
So is there any question for these patterns?
No.
No.
No, as it is 11 now. Okay, so if you have some questions, you can ask me the day after tomorrow, right?
I guess
Or
so.
me on Wednesday again, right? Thursday again, right? Okay, so I'm gonna stop here. So bye-bye for today.
Hi,
Yeah,
teacher.
bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Teacher.
Bye.
Bye-bye.